We now have close to 90% of government services in the digital space. Last year, we had only 350 government services. Today, we have 14,000. And we are continuing to discover some more. In fact, when we started, we thought we had 10,000 government services. We discovered that there were more than 10,000 because of what my good brother there has said, data. Now we are building a bigger ecosystem of data. We can make decisions with clarity. We can make decisions with specificity. You know, we can know we are intervening here. Let me give you an example. We decided to register all farmers. 5,000 farmers of them we now have on our digital space. And we decided for the first time to distribute fertilizer using an e-voucher. The results are amazing. For the first time, we didn't have the kind of pilferage, theft, corruption that always accompany distribution of fertilizer. So we are already getting value for leveraging on technology. Let me also say that, you know, Kwanza and the Silicon Savannah is not a place. It is not a river. It is a mindset. It's a whole, you know, it's a whole thinking. So, you know, sometimes I find people, they go and lock themselves up in a concert in at the river. That's not what it is. It is the whole ecosystem that we are building around technology. In fact, we just found partners to do the data centers, which will be in AWACHE. We are leveraging on the green energy to sell data centers as a green product from Kenya. It is the only place you will have green data, and we are going to make this available globally. So that whole space, I don't know, I think I have said too many things. I'm just trying to give you the buffet of what we are doing in the technology and digital space. Just before I came to this meeting, we were having a conversation with my CS for health on how we are going to digitize, actually the journey for digitization of our health records. Because we need to make health records portable. We need to make the whole health ecosystem from commodities, prescriptions, claims, interoperable, so that it becomes a lot easier. And in the process, we will gather a lot of data on prevalence of diseases, what do we do with our commodities. KEMSA is going to be a different place after we digitize that whole ecosystem. In fact, by June next year, you will have a different experience with our health provision, again, because of technology. And that's the reason why we have big pushback from people who do not want us to digitize health. That's why they've gone to court, you know. They want to stop us because they run remote hospitals, hospitals that do not exist. We were being briefed about a hospital in Kino that is doing more surgeries than Aga Khan and Nairobi hospital combined. You know? So I sent my CS, can you go and look at this miracle place? You know? And those are the people who have gone to court because they don't want us to digitize the space so that they can continue to game NHIF. I promise you, we will stop them. And we are going to digitize this place. So technology is going to be a big part of our, and we will need people like Joel. People like Joel to work with us. We can leverage on their knowledge, their expertise to drive our own agenda here at home. Sorry for saying too many things.
No problem, Mr. President. Next time, I think I'll try to cut you short if you're not saying nice things, but you were saying nice things. And I will say, Mr. President, I think it is clear in everything that there are some people who thrive in chaos, and they create chaos so that they can thrive. Unfortunately, data provides transparency, and with transparency, the chaos is eliminated. So thank you very much for your comments on that. I'll go back to Joel so that we finish on the technology questions, and I'll just ask you. We talk a lot of things about things like artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, augmented reality, and these are the things that are like child's play to you. And I would like to know, in your investment at Pathways Technology Limited, how has this contributed to the Kenyan economy and the community around you?
Thank you very much, Joanne. And Mr. President, you're spot on the technology. At Pathways, we've been running for the last 10 years. In the US, but leveraging the young people here in Kenya. We've had about 1,000 people go through Pathways, and we're happy to say that we get rated all the time by Safaricom, Google, Amazon, which to us is okay, because we're creating employment. What we've done is we have a very, very solid training program that we're now scaling up with the help of Kwanza. We have an MOU where we plan to train 20,000 young people over the next 5 years. In some of these very high-tech skills, AI, machine learning, and all that. So the future is bright. Like I said, there's a big wave going around, and Kenya is the destination. Forget about India.
Thank you. That's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And Kenya is the destination. Now coming to you, Prof. You lead a lot of people in diaspora, and I believe that Proximity Point is established on about 40,000 acres. This is a housing development that is being called the city of return for the diasporans. And His Excellency has spoken at length about the issue of affordable housing. And this is an area of great concern for majority of us as Kenyans. Maybe you can just talk to us about how you want this to be the first green city in Kenya, and also how you've been able to mobilize all these people, any challenges you've encountered very briefly, so that then we can see whether there's any intervention that His Excellency can put in place to make sure that even diasporans coming can be able to invest in that space.
Thank you very much, Joanne, and I think this is an amazing opportunity to kind of communicate this officially in this place. So before we actually articulated how to come back, because some of us have been in the diaspora personally over 32 years, and we feel that it's a time for us to engage with the country. So we formed an organization which is called One Voice Consortium. One Voice Consortium has over 110 organizations across the board, and that's in the entire diaspora. Through that, we did a kind of a proper research to identify which part of the country would be suitable for people like us coming from cold countries, and then what is the economic potential, what is the government agenda in that region. And we identified the Lapset corridor, that is the end of Kilifi County into Tana